damn phones. Babylons can't crack the code.
What do YouTube? B. Kelly back again with another banger video. In today's video, y'all, I am making another Last Chance U video since you guys have been asking for it. An update on a few people all the way from the first season of Last Chance U in East Mississippi Community College to the basketball season they just had a few months ago. Now, before I move on with the video, remember to smash that like button as we are on the road to 10K. Now, let's get into the video. The first guy that I'm going to be talking about in today's video from Season 2 at East Mississippi Community College is Dakota Allen. Now, Dakota Allen was a very good player in this season. He was a D1 bounce back from Texas Tech. After EMCC, he would take his talents to Texas Tech yet again for a comeback. Dakota Allen at Texas Tech for the rest of his college football career would have a very good career, especially in 2017, his first year at Texas Tech after East Mississippi, where in 13 games played at 101 total tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery, and 1 forced fumble. In 2018, he had a lot of hype going into the season, but honestly, he might have had his worst season yet as a college football player, but it was still a good season. It just wasn't as good as his previous 2 at Texas Tech as a true freshman and junior campaign in 2017. As a senior in 2018, he had 61 total tackles, 5.5 tackles for loss, and 2 fumble recoveries. For his college football career, he had 249 total tackles, 17.5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 7 pass deflections, 3 fumble recoveries, and 1 forced fumble. In the 2019 NFL Draft, he was taken in the 7th round by the LA Rams. Dakota Allen's rookie season in the 2019 NFL season was a very interesting one for him as he was moving a lot. With the LA Rams, he did not make their final roster and he was put on their practice squad. But during the early part of the season, he was signed by the Oakland Raiders to join their team before being waived and then being signed back to the LA Rams practice squad. Then near the end of the 2019 season, he was signed off the Rams practice squad to finish the season out with Jacksonville. For the 2020 season, his second year in the NFL, he was back with Jacksonville and he saw a huge increase in playing time from the previous year. In 2020, he played in 13 games, starting in 2 of them, where he had 18 total tackles, 12 of them being solo, 6 of them being assisted, and 3 tackles for loss. He is starting to shape up as a guy with a lot of potential for the Jags in the NFL, and it's really good to see how his career is starting to go and shape up in Jacksonville. Next up to the independence part of Last Chance U, we're going to talk about defensive lineman Emmit Gooden, who would end up going to Tennessee. Emmit Gooden with Tennessee would get off to an amazing start as a junior in 2018, as in 10 games played, he had 33 total tackles, 17 of them being solo, 7.5 tackles for loss, and 1 sack. He was shaping up to be a very good defensive lineman in the SEC, and going into the 2020 season, people were expecting him to have a breakout season. Unfortunately for Emmit Gooden, before the 2019 season began, he suffered a season-ending knee injury, which would have to lead him using a redshirt season because he was not able to play in a single game. Then things got even worse for Emmit, as before the 2020 college football season with Tennessee, he was dismissed off the team for a domestic assault charge. Since then, he has pleaded guilty and received a judicial diversion in which he was ordered to attend anger management classes and to not have any more problems with the victim. According to 24/7 Sports, as of March 3rd, he entered the NCAA transfer portal. As of right now, it is unknown where he will go to next with his football career, but wherever he will go, I think he's going to ball out as he is still training. Sticking with Independence Community College, we're going to talk about Carlos Thompson. Now, before Last Chance U, Carlos Thompson was at Texas Tech. Then he went to a few other JUCOs, according to the show. Then finally ended up at Independence for his final shot. And he did very well, but unfortunately he could not go D1 yet again due to clock issues, so he went to D2 Missouri Western. Carlos Thompson at Missouri Western had 17 receptions for 261 yards, averaging 15 yards per reception, and he did a lot of damage in the punt return and kick return game. Carlos Thompson can now be seen playing football in an indoor football league for the West Texas Warbirds. Now, Carlos Thompson, from what I can see from highlights and just his social media period, he has been balling out, and so has his team. Carlos has been a guy I've been seeing, just doing some research on this team, that he's playing very well, and it's really nice to see this guy playing football again, and he's just playing at a very good level, and he really looks like he's one of the best players in that league, to be honest. The last guy that I'm going to be talking about from the Independence series is wide receiver Markiese King. Now, on the show, Markiese King in Season 4 at Independence Community College was one of the top receivers on the team for that season, and he was getting some D1 looks as well. At the end of the season, it was revealed that Markiese King was going to go to Lamar. Now, King would never actually end up going to Lamar, and no one really knows but him. It's rumored that it was because of his mother's health, and I'm not going to be the guy who's going to assume what was going on or anything like that, or take rumors 100%, because I'm not that guy. I'm just going to assume that something went on with him and his family that he had to take care of before going back to school. Now, currently, as of 2021, Markiese King is back playing college football, as he is now playing Division II football at the University of Central Oklahoma. To finish off this video, I am going to be talking about Last Chance U basketball, as some things have gone down since they have ended last season. The first guy I'm going to be talking about is Malik Muhammad. Now, Malik Muhammad would end up going to Central Michigan. His first season at Central Michigan in the 2020-21 college basketball season, he played in 19 games, where he played in 22 minutes per game. He shot 54% from the field, 63% from the free throw line, and he averaged 5.5 points per game, 5.8 rebounds, and 0.3 assists. After the season, he would enter the transfer portal, and he is now going to play at Southern Utah University. The final guy that I'm going to be talking about in this video, also from East Los Angeles College, the basketball season of Last Chance U, is KJ Allen. Now, KJ Allen is actually a highly touted recruit coming out of the JUCO level, as he is a top 10 JUCO recruit in the class of 2021. At the end of the season, they revealed that KJ Allen was currently committed to USC. That has since then changed, as he flipped his commitment from the Trojans to the Red Raiders of Texas Tech in the Big 12. Well, guys, if you guys have made it this far in the video, remember to smash that like button, turn on them post notifications, and subscribe for more videos. B. Kelly out.